TV community, what's up? Much report here. I've been using this a fair bit. I must be getting old. I'm looking old. Looking at spines on albums. I need to look at the catalogue numbers and some things. Even some ingredients when I'm cooking in the kitchen. It's just terrible. Old age. But anyway, I just want to show some finds over the last few months. Aussie rock finds. So let's start off with a couple of the... Let's just go in random order. I've got about 4 here. Dutch Tildes. Don't know a lot about this guy, but great, great music. It goes the other way as well. Aussie press, sort of very slow, bluesy acoustic blues. You know, a guy playing acoustic guitar on the balcony on his own. That kind of feeling on a Sunday afternoon. Doesn't have that raucousy Mississippi blues Delta voice, not like that at all. But very smooth playing on the guitar. It's fairly faultless. Perfect to put on when you're just setting up your turntables, you know, for the day of playing, and you just want to get something a bit in the background while you sort of, you know, muck around a bit. So that type of music I love. So yeah, one day when I've got time, I wouldn't mind just having my old acoustic guitar and just sit there and just play like this guy. That would be awesome. Mars Needs Guitars by Hoodoo Gurus. This is about 85. Nice looking cover. This is in perfect condition, this cover. And you can see the song titles there. Hoodoo Gurus are still playing. Yes, they are. Still sounding very good. They were recognised as one of the best Australian rock acts. I mean, you know, there was so many of them back in the day, but in the 80s, Australian rock Hoodoo Gurus were one of the best. And they're still, you know, you talk to people today my age or a bit older who, you know, were big on the scene in the 80s as a fan, watching countless number of bands all the time. They always rank Hoodoo Gurus as one of the best. So quite a number of hits on this one. So this is my second one of theirs. So if you're looking for a Hoodoo Gurus album, well, you can't go wrong. This is definitely one of them. And yeah, the biggest ones on Like Wow, Wipeout, I think is probably one of their biggest hits. Bittersweet was a big hit in Australia. She, I think there's plenty. There's too many to talk about. Great Australian rock, you know, I love it, and that is one to have. 2 more from the same band. This one I picked up at my JB Hi-Fi, I think, in about November. It's the Living Ends album Shift. And Shift is around about, well, this is a 2016 press. Of course, it's a lot earlier than that. I should get my facts. I'm a Living End fan, but yeah, so I got the shrink wrap, so hence the shrink wrap, you can see, reflection. For me, probably Monkeys are the biggest song, side 1, track 2, but many of them. The Living End, we saw wife and I about 3 times in 14 months. Last time was, I think, November, and release of their tour, their new album, Wonder Bar, which is, if you look back through my, if you're a Living End fan, Australian rock fan, you want to hear my views on that, and also watch many of their songs that I recorded. Just check in my channel feed, you'll see it there, about the 4th last video I've made back in November, I think. Oh, sorry, it would have been October. So anyway, Living End. Again, like I just spoke about the Gurus, Living End will also recognise one of the better ones. They came out more so in the early 90s, but yeah, it's just one of those bands that you see. It's a 3-piece. You know, you're going to get a really, really good show, good rock music. So that's that. Living End again, Wonderbar again. I just mentioned I've reviewed it, but I've got this because this was a double album that came out not long after Wonderbar. Mainly for this reason. Living End live in Europe, signed by the guys. So that's awesome for me. Big fan, of course. It's on different coloured vinyl. Yeah, anyway, it's in there. Again, I've got the shrink on. Everything's well packed in there. I don't want to empty it out. But I mainly got it for that live album. And yeah, it's definitely worth it. It's probably more gauged towards Living End hardcore fans like me that just need to get everything. So if you like Australian rock, you know, really into it, definitely get this. It is expensive. It was about $80 though. You couldn't just buy this on its own. You had to buy it with a different Wonderbar album. So I've got 2 Wonderbars, but different coloured press. But yeah, if you need I think it's limited to 1,000 printed. I'm not sure if there's any left. I think there is. But yeah, Australian rock fan of this era. You love Living End, and you got, you know, $80. Go for it. Go for it. Yeah, talking about Living End. It's a bit of vinyl as well, you know. Vinyl price. I'll do a new video talking about pricing and what I think about it and CDs. So I've just picked up, haven't had it delivered yet, about 4 or 5 Living End CDs, including some of their singles because I just want to collect their stuff. But I've just been thinking lately, is there a shift in people? Maybe because vinyl, you know, again, every 3 to 6 months you see a shift in prices going up. Nothing's coming down really. And CDs, I'm just starting to think, well, maybe they're a bit more favourable. But I'll talk about that in my next video. Australian rock, what do you like? Are you a Gurus fan? What's your favourite Gurus song? Cheers.